Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Well, Saturday when I'm filming this. Just wanted to go over my portfolio value at the end of this week. And yeah, this week it was weak. It reminded me of this song here's my portfolio value. Definitely low. It's uh it's actually lower if we look here. It's lower than what my portfolio value was at the end of February, um, which is a little sad because I bought some. Well, on one hand, it's a little sad because I put a I've already so far early in this very first week of March had purchased a little over $3,100 worth of stocks, and it does see negative returns on that. Um, but yeah, going back to this is showing all the returns on Friday. A lot of red, a lot of red, sadly. And it made me think of this song from when I was in high school. And I was looking it up because I was thinking to myself, who sings this song? I could remember the general tune, but I couldn't remember the artist. So doing some searching and on YouTube and realized it was Low by Flo Rida featuring T Pain. There's this part, where if you've heard the song, uh, Flo Rida sings "Shorty got low, 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 low," and he just he goes like that, and that's what the stock market performance was this week reminded me of that song by Flo Rida. Um, and then I got stuck into a little wormhole of listening to a bunch of pop music and other music from the late 2000s, early 2010s. That's when my high school days were. Anyways, back to stocks. Yeah, so far this month, as we can see here in this column of results, pretty much red for the most part. I mean, you have a couple stocks that are doing a little bit of green, but geez, I need to take some time to look into what happened to PG and why it had such a drop um, in this first week. And then same with Pepsi, because I mean they're still year to date they're performing well, they're up, but man, what happened in this last week? I mean, I know there's the Iran conflict going on, but is there other factors causing such a poor performance with those specific stocks? I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I need to look into it more. The newest stock, we can't see it here, but my newest stock, Plexus, the with me just buying them, there's no values to reference to in the prior month of February, but we can look here on Blossom. Plexus so far, I'm down almost 5%. And I think that's going to happen. That's going to happen from time to time. Um, I still think that I'm not worried about the stock. I think it's just that timing of when I bought. They were at their high relative to where they are now, but I could have purchased Plexus a week before when they had hit. I think their highest they hit the week before was like 205 around there. So if I had bought it 205, and held them to now, I'd be down even more. So, you just gotta, it's that perspective. You gotta think, okay, well, there are worse times I could have bought it. And then there are better times when I could have bought it. So, like at the end of this week would have been the better time to buy it. But perspective again, if I go back 2 weeks and bought it then, that would have been the worst time to buy it. So, um, yeah, that's just how it's going to be for now. And it'll be curious to see what other turbulence the stock market faces. Again, so far for this month, haven't really earned much in dividends. Those will be coming those will be arriving in the coming weeks. As for stock purchases, I haven't looked into, I mentioned this in my latest stock buy video. I did not end up purchasing any more stocks after Monday, March 2nd. I know I will be purchasing more when my next paycheck comes in, basically 2 weeks. But I'm not sure if I'll make any more buys this coming week. We'll just see. I do want to, like I said in my previous video, not that I'm financially strapped, but I want to spend a little bit of time just making sure that my expense tracker is up to date. I did do some shopping yesterday, spent a couple $100. So put those in, just kind of gauge where I'm going to be, what expenses are coming up, what expenses I still have to make for this month, make sure I have enough at the end of the month for rent, whatnot. So just making sure I manage that correctly, because I don't want to overdraft. I'm thankful that I've never overdraft an account before. I do a fairly good job of managing my credit. So just making sure, it's not that I have a bunch of cards, but just making sure I have money set aside for those cards to pay them off before I accrue any interest. And so if I do purchase any more, make another video about it. Until then, it'll really just be me. Though I do want to say, sorry, I just thought of this. So now I got to bring it up. Let's see, is it in my investing? Yeah, here we go. So it wasn't even really till recently that I looked a little bit more into money market funds and how they work. So I will be at some point, let's say I don't have, with my excess money that I'm able to contribute into my individual, let's say I'm not putting it all immediately into one stock, but I want to start creating essentially a little cash pile, so that when there are really good opportunities, I have money saved to throw a bunch of money into whatever that is, right? So I am gonna start doing that, of putting some money into a money market fund. Apparently, from the research I was doing, if I'm understanding it correctly, the interest earned on that is more tax efficient than the interest that I earn on my high yield savings or any other sort of account that earns interest. And then when I want to purchase stocks on Fidelity, they just automatically take the money out of there to make those purchases. Fidelity will auto liquidate to pay for those stock purchases. And in case that there's an emergency where let's say for whatever reason, I use up all my money in my personal banking account. If I have a Fidelity debit card, I can use that to essentially pay for any emergencies that might arise, and that money will be taken out of that money market fund. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. So I will be looking at getting that set up soon. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I should do it today as I'm talking about it, but I've also got studying and food prep going on, and so I'll just try. I'm going to try to get to it when I can, but otherwise, yeah, I think that's it for now. Hopefully, hopefully your investing journey is going well, and I'll talk to you later.